Now we're going to get into sponsored brand campaigns. And for a quick refresher, those are the ones that are typically at the top right here, very prominent position. And again, you can only get this ad type if you are brand registered. Now, if you want to take advantage of this campaign as soon as you are brand registered, then I'm going to show you how to do that in this example. And I wanted to show you this one in particular at the top here because it doesn't actually link to a store. Now, the goal is to create a store within Amazon and then to link this particular campaign type to that store. But if you don't have one yet, then you can still create a campaign like this where it just shows a list of the products that the shopper can scroll through along with your headline and your logo that you're going to input. And I'll show you how to do that. So I just wanted to show you that you can go ahead and start sponsored brand campaigns without having a store, but just keep in mind it's probably best to wait for results of particular campaigns to know if it's going to perform or not. Now, in this scenario, I did have access to this data in this account, and I found a particular product or set of products, I should say, because the sponsored brand campaigns need to be more than one product. And I do feel like it could be successful in the same similar setup that I just showed you. So that is the sponsored brand campaign that I'm going to create for you right now. So again, sponsored brand and sponsored display will be open to you after you are brand registered. Similar to the way we set up the sponsored product ads, we're going to do the same kind of naming convention. This is a different product though, so I'm going to just label it here. I'm going to call it Max for short because I know that's the brand name. What we're doing is actually Nopal juice. So let's see, Nopal juice. And I'm going to make this, this is obviously a sponsored brand ad. So I'm just going to put SBA. If you had a store, maybe you'd want to put the store. If you have a page that you're directing to the store, that's maybe what you might want to put into the title, or maybe even the keywords that you're going to be pulling from. I'm actually going to use existing data. Again, I saw that this set of group of products was doing well, so I'm actually just going to leverage data that I already have. Now, this is what I was saying in the sponsored product section, is that typically Amazon does give you budget suggestions, and you can see right here that it does suggest a $30 budget in order for it to run throughout the day. And of course, you can change that as you see. Maybe the budget might go out. You can go ahead and work with that budget. You do have to select a brand. So again, I know this one happens to be that this Max Herb brand here, which is why I named this Max. And there's a couple of different formats that you can choose from. Now, since we did choose the one that didn't have a store, we kind of have to go with this one here. Store Spotlight obviously means it's directing to the store, which is something that you can do once a store is created. And then you also have the video campaign here, which I'll go into next because the video campaign, also very important branding campaign type, and it is only connected to sponsored brand campaigns. So we don't want to direct it to a store, again, because we don't have one. So we're going to just do new landing page, and it's going to create that page that I just showed you at the start. So I already got the ASINs that I wanted to do in particular. Now, it's important to get them in the right order, as you'll see in a second. So I'm just going to go ahead and type all of these. And you can see I'm choosing a red version. And then I'm also going to then choose, let's see, the green juice version of this. And then the red version again, but it's a multi-pack version of this. So you do definitely want to make sure it's the same product or similar products so that it looks really branded. It's a branded experience for the user. So that's why I'm just going to toggle back between the four of these. Now, you only do need three, or you need three minimum, I should say, to create the sponsored brand campaign. I'm going ahead and putting 4. If you recall, in the one I just showed you, there was actually 4 in there. So it's just the fourth one won't actually show in the campaign as far as being on the search results page. It won't be visible, but when the shopper clicks through, it will be there. So you can preview your landing page if you want to do that, and you can take a look. So it's got the 4 products across the top, and now we just need to add the headline and that logo that I showed you as well. So it's already got the logo in there because it's saved. So I'm just going to say let's see, number 1, health and wellness is what's already in there. So we already used this previously. So you do need to make sure that you leverage this space when you can. You can see I used all the characters. I believe there were 50 in there. So you do want to try to leverage herb, health, wellness, any kind of keywords that you think might actually help you as well. This is where you want to do that. Make sure you have a really nice, clean looking logo right here as well. You can see the order of the three or the way I entered them. If I wanted to rearrange the order though, I could do that here by actually just sliding these back and forth. So this kind of gives you a preview right here of what this is going to look like as we're filling it out. Now we do want to do the headline here, which is a little bit different than the brand name and logo. The brand name and logo is going to go either on top of it or below it. And the headline is kind of what we want to say about this particular product. So I went ahead and saved, and I hope this does actually fit in here. If it doesn't, we're going to have to work a little bit. So yeah, Nopal Cactus Antioxidant Superfruit Juice. It's exactly what it is. You can see I've got 8 characters left, but this is pretty much what I want to say about this particular set of products. If you want to see what the different views look like, desktop ad is there. The first one they showed you was the mobile ad. Don't know why they always show you mobile ad first, but they do. And now there is the potential here for a custom image. I don't have that, but if I did, I definitely would add that here. There is some image requirements that Amazon's going to show you. And what that will do is basically take the space over here on the left-hand side that you see here. These kind of, the products will be kind of slid over to the right a little bit, and then you'll have an image behind this. So it is definitely something that you can do if you have it, and I do recommend it. But if you don't have it, I find these to be just as effective, at least to start out. Now, you'll note for the sponsor brand, we can do either keyword targeting or product targeting. So just like we did for sponsored products, we can target by keyword or we can target by product. I tend to lean just more towards the keyword targeting because you're going to get a lot more visibility again on that top spot on the search results page. And that's really what, where you want to be seen. The product targeting spot for sponsored brand, it's only one, I believe, maybe 2 on a product listing. So it's really not as much real estate. So keyword research, the same thing as we did prior. You want to leverage, Magnet or Cerebro if you don't have data. Now, again, because I had access to this particular account and I saw that this was performing well, I did actually have an opportunity to go through the keywords that did work for this particular product, and I pulled those out into a spreadsheet so that I could just enter them manually here. Now, I always leave it on suggested bid just to see what Amazon is indicating. And for sponsored brands, I tend to like to do phrase matching instead of broad and exact. If you remember in the sponsored product ads, that's the one where I suggested you do 2 campaigns, 1 broad research campaign and 1 exact match research campaigns. So you can kind of fill in the gap, so to speak, if you launch sponsored brands by using the phrase match keywords here. So I'm going to go ahead and add those. And again, since I let the suggested bid apply there, that's all been updated. I didn't have to update any of these. So these look like pretty affordable keywords, which is great. And that's it. So this is going to be submitted now. Because this has some logos in it and an image potentially, or at least the headline, it does take 72 hours for approvals on these, and that's maximum. I generally see 24 hours, but it can take up to 72 hours to get approvals on this type of campaign. So again, the other campaign type that is really important to do once you get the opportunity is your sponsored brand video campaigns. Now, I'm not going to create a video campaign actually right now because I don't have an asset for that, but I just kind of wanted to walk you through so you could understand the concepts are very similar. Obviously, you're going to create a campaign name, you're going to add a budget, and then you're going to select the video tile here. Now that immediately changes the some of the options that are going to be in the following screens. Again, I'm just going to add a product as an example. We're not going to create this one. And you can see right here, it says you've entered the max. You can only enter 1 product for a video campaign. That's all it allows. So here's where you upload the file. You can see there's definitely some best practices here for your videos which you definitely should do. Keep your video brief, keep it relevant. It'll autoplay on its own, so make sure the first 2 seconds are highly engaging. You can actually upload up to 45-second video, but I actually suggest no more than 30 seconds. People have very short attention spans nowadays, so you do want to actually make sure you maintain their attention as much as you can. So you've got the video specs here, audio specs here. If you don't follow these rules, your video will get rejected. You have to keep in mind when you do videos that there's, for example, there's a mute button that goes right here in this lower right-hand side. So they don't want any kind of text to be below that mute button because the person can't read it. So if you do have audio connected to your campaign, which you should, some kind of music, that might play automatically. A shopper might want to turn that off, and it might be hard for them to find that mute button because you've got words there. So you definitely want to read through, make sure that you know what the requirements are for your video campaign to save yourself from having to redo these types of campaigns, which, obviously to create a video, it's a little bit more involved than just launching a standard campaign. Now, same with video campaigns, you can also do keyword targeting, and you can also do product targeting. Again, I think keyword targeting is your best option, at least for now, because there's that really important real estate on that first search term results page right in the middle. I showed you it in the campaign placements module, and Destiny went over it as well in her module about the cost of those different placements. But you can also do product targeting. So they are starting to add videos of other people's products on other people's detailed pages. So that should be interesting, but it's not as prevalent as the keyword targeting is for now. Other than that, you do your keyword research, you enter your list, try to stick to suggested bid. And again, for sponsored brands, I tend to select phrase. If you do want to try different match types for any of your campaigns, actually, what I do suggest is you put them in different campaigns. So if you found a really solid list of keywords you really wanted to do for this video, you wanted to try phrase, but maybe you wanted to try exact, put them in different campaigns, see how they go, test it out, and then you'll know, which is going to be the best one for you. So I'm not going to save this for review since this is just a test, but you get the idea of generating these campaigns. And if you can, video is becoming much more important and actually much more affordable. So make sure that you check out our partner directory with Helium 10. I know we have some people in there that can help with video if you do choose to go that route.